Hi, beautiful souls. Today, we are diving into something that many of us, especially women, carry deep inside without even realizing it: the good girl money mindset. It's that voice that says, don't ask for too much, be grateful for what you're given, don't rock the boat. This mindset often stops us from earning our worth, asking for more, and confidently negotiating. And the truth is, this isn't just about money, it's about self worth. In this video, I'm going to share with you what the good girl money mindset really is, how it shows up in your life, and three powerful ways to break it. I'll also share real life stories and examples so that you can start shifting today. Yeah. So, what exactly is the good girl mindset? The money mindset that I'm talking about. This mindset is rooted in old conditioning. From a very young age, many of us are taught to be polite, agreeable, and accommodating. We hear phrases like, don't be greedy, good girls don't talk about money, be thankful for what you get. And over time, we internalize that our value comes from being nice and agreeable, not from our skills, expertise, or the results that we bring. So, when it's time to talk about money, be it, our salaries, our appraisals, our rates, or even asking for payment on time, we shrink. We fear being called selfish, rude, or even difficult. And as a result, what happens? We often under earn, overgive, and sometimes even resent our work. So, how does it show up in real life? I'll give you an example. Years ago, a friend of mine was working in a hospital. She was actually doing work which was worth two people's jobs, but she was getting paid way below than the market rate. When I asked her why she didn't ask for more, she said, I don't want them to think I'm being ungrateful. I'm like, wow, really? And she's like, they've given me this opportunity. That's the good girl mindset. Feeling like you should be thankful for being allowed to earn instead of knowing you deserve to earn well. I mean, look at a guy who is in a similar position, a man in a similar position with your same qualifications. Why do they earn more? We have seen the industry standards, right? And most of the industries, men are paid better than the women doing the same job, qualified in the same with the same qualifications and in the same position, because they know, because that inner knowing is there that, damn, I deserve it, I deserve to earn this. But women are like, oh, they've allowed me to earn, they've done me a favor, so yeah, I should be grateful and just put up with whatever they give me and be okay with everything, just nod my head. No, it doesn't work like that. Sorry. It's time to ask what you deserve. Okay, now let's move on to the next example where I talk about asking. Well, once I had a client who was a talented graphic designer. She would underquote because she didn't want clients to think that she was being too expensive. But clients who she, underquoted, you know, often they became like very demanding, and it was very annoying. But when she started quoting her actual worth after I told her, something amazing happened. She started attracting clients who respected her and her work. Interesting, right? When you start valuing yourself, people around you start valuing you. Let's move on to the next example where I talk about negotiating. So one of my friends, she like runs a wellness coaching business. So a corporate company actually approached her to conduct a full day workshop. They offered like her a price that barely covered her travel and the materials that she was going to use. So the good girl voice in her head said, just accept it. This could open doors. But she took a deep breath, thanked them for the offer, and confidently said, for the value, the preparation, and the expertise that I'm going to bring, my fee is so much. They didn't even hesitate. They just said yes. And I'll tell you, here's the twist. They told her they'd actually budgeted more, but were waiting to see if she would value herself enough to ask. That's when she realized, negotiating isn't about being difficult. It's about giving people the chance to meet you at your worth. Very interesting, right? Okay, so let's move on to the next portion of this. How do you finally break the good girl money mindset? So I'll run you through three steps. Okay. Step one, you reframe, asking as clarity, not as conflict. So when you ask for more, you're not being like pushy. You're simply being clear about what you need to deliver your best work. So let's do a small practice. Next time, you have to discuss money. Say, based on, you can always say, based on the value I'm providing, my rate is so much, or based on the work I've done for the appraisal, this is what I would expect my hike to be. Instead of, would it be okay if you give me so much? Would it be okay if I ask this much? No, 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 no. You have to be firm that this is what I want. Yeah. Okay. Next step. Step two, you have to practice saying your number without justifying it. We often blurt out a number, and then instantly defend it. Let's just say it's $500, but I can work longer hours. I can give you extra designs. I'll give you this. I'll give you that. Stop. Say your rate and stay silent. Let them respond. That silence is where your power sits. Interesting? Okay. Let's move to step three. You have to separate self worth from people pleasing. Your worth is not based on how nice or low maintenance you are. I'll tell you a story. One of my coaching clients doubled her rates overnight. She lost two clients, but also she gained three new ones at a higher rate who respected her boundaries, valued her frequency, vibration, her energy, and the difference that she brought into their lives. She told me, I realize I'm not here to please everyone. I'm here to serve deeply and be valued for it. Done deal. Yeah. So, three steps. You reframe your asking as clarity, not as conflict. Then you practice saying your number without justifying it. And then, most important, separate self worth from people pleasing. Okay. So, breaking the good girl money mindset isn't about earning more, it's about claiming your space, your value, and your voice. When you ask for more, you're not taking away from anyone. You're only making space for fair exchange, respect and abundance to flow both the ways. So next time, that little voice, that says, don't ask for too much, remind yourself, you're not asking for a favor. You're asking for what you are worth. And that is powerful. So, beautiful souls, I hope this has given you the clarity and the courage to own your worth unapologetically. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with another woman who needs to hear it today. Until next time, this is Suchi signing off. Bye bye.